when we are where we are when we don't want to be. Hey guys, wanted to do a little video on a little channeling I did the other day. Um, and it's related to, when we're in a place that we don't want to be, but we're still there, and we don't know why we're still there when we want something else. And we've been on that path for quite a while, and it's perpetuating, and you're still where you don't want to be, or you thought would have been somewhere else further along the path than where you are now. And so when the channeling, it actually came in that, basically we're still getting something out of it. So whatever that might be, depending on your situation, right? Because obviously, if you're still where you are, then you're still getting something out of it, whether it's security, insecurity, could be part of the path, could be you're evolving, you're learning about something, or some of it is good, you like, some of it isn't good that you don't like. And it's helping you to be in a step one, picking and choosing what it is that you actually want, that you don't know what you want. It's helping you to develop some skills, even though you don't want to be there. There's a lot of things that can go on around that, when we're in those situations where it may lead to where we're feeling stuck and get aggravated and creating dissonance, which can lead to anxiety, stress, unhealthy behaviors, and just feeling totally off. So I'm just going to read some of the download information. And again, I do automatic writing. I channel information. So sometimes I'll just get the urge to just write real quick. And instead of sitting here and channeling information like some other channels do, a lot of times I will just get things to write, and then I'll write them, and then I'll share with you, and then I'll get more information as I'm channeling the information, during the videos. So it just says when we are where we don't want to be, we are getting something out of it still. And so we are still milking it significantly enough for you to still be there. Otherwise, it wouldn't be. And for it to mean something to you. And so that would be maybe enjoyment, safety, could be arrangement. If you're at a job that you're not wanting to be, that you don't like to be, but you're still getting your bills paid. So it's still fulfilling a need, right? So whenever your needs and wants are still being fulfilled by something, you're still going to be where you are. It's when it no longer fulfills anything for you that you're fully ready to give it up. And so then it changes and shifts, and something else will come in for you. And a lot of times we don't realize that we need to have an ending in order to have something come in. And so a lot of times, if we're fearful of letting go of something, then something else won't come in. The universe just gives you what it is that you're either wanting or needing of where you are, right? It helps fulfill your journey to help you with the process and the evolution, right? And so it could be anything, right? It could be like an agreement you made, a division of self, reality, illusion, delusion, whatever it is that's going on that's creating you to still be there, and is doing some self work and looking into it and see, okay, how is this still fulfilling me? On what level is it still fulfilling me? And why do I need to be here? Because what am I trying to get to be here, so that in the next step in evolution, because maybe this is helping you in your next process of evolution or wherever you're going, and you need to build the skills. So it really depends, and it's really when the mind comes in, it's like, I like this, I like that, and makes it harder because the mind is interfering through judgments, right? It's because the mind creates suffering, resistance, anxiety, suffering, and then overwhelmment. The mind creates a lot of things when it starts getting involved with certain things, because things are just the way that they are. It's what we think about it that creates the delusion, illusion, and suffering, right? And so confidence that you are getting something out of it, for you to stay where you don't want to be, what would that be, is the question. So it gave some questions here that you can maybe sit and journal with, or an answer. And that's one of them. Confident you are getting something out of it. For you to stay where you don't want to be, what would that be? Right? So if you want to jot these questions down, if you're in this situation, I'm sharing them with you, and then maybe can answer them in journaling time. And then, where are you? What are you doing? Why are you doing it? What are you seeing that makes it so important to be there apart from being where you want to be? So those are just some of the questions. And then what is the difference and what would you get out of it to move or to be where you want to be? Is there a difference in being here versus there, and what would that be? Where are you now versus then when you took it upon yourself to be where you are now? And are you done with it in order to move on completely? Is it significant enough to try to answer the questions or to let it go and continue on where you are that you don't want to be? Is it fulfilling you? Is it loud enough for you to urge you to press on and to move out of the state and the presence that you are in it? Is the presence that you are in that keeps you where you are? What keeps you from moving on? Are you enjoying it or are you not? On what level? Both keeps you where you are until you are not. What is the keeping? What is that keeps you where you are that you're not, that you want to be? The precipice of being, the precipice of being where you are to be versus where you don't want to be. So what is the precipice? Love. And that's all that really came for that. But I'll drop the questions down below. And if you want to take those questions and write them down, jot them down, copy, paste, whatever, onto Word document or write them in a journal and just start journaling on them and see what you get from it. So whenever we're in a place that we don't want to be, but yet we're being there because it's helping us on some level. And so you're kind of stuck in this, I want to be here, but it's this, and I want to be here, and I want it, but this. It's good to, gain clarity on that. So it can help you to whether resolve the issue of being and feeling stuck in being more present in what you're doing, or is it something that is a false illusion or a belief that's holding you there, keeping you there, fear or anything else like that. Just be aware of what comes up, emotions, as you're writing these and tuning in and receiving the answers. Usually the right answers comes right away. You don't have to think about the answer. It'll just come. It's the knowing. It's the sound. It's the voice, the higher consciousness that'll come in and help give you guidance in the journaling process. And so these are just some questions there for you. If you're feeling stuck of where you are and you're thinking that you need to be somewhere else or you want to be somewhere else than where you are, that's still fulfilling some of your needs, but it doesn't make you happy based on your perception or awareness, or if you're ready to put those beliefs behind you or those fears, because they can keep you there too if that's what that is. But yeah, definitely use those questions to take a look. It's what's been downloaded here to share with you in that situation. Hopefully that helps. If you have any other questions, post them below and can check those out and respond either in a video or I can post them below as well for you. But yes, hopefully that helps. Happy journeys.